Hi everyone, I just finished filming a full face of some of my favorite summertime products, and this video is going to be kind of part 2 to that video. I am going to be doing a whole product roundup of every single product that I loved this summertime. So I'm really excited to get into today's video. I feel like this selection of products is probably my favorite collection of products that have been released, products that have been discovered by me recently. Summertime makeup is my absolute favorite, and I just think that these products are my favorite summertime products. My favorite face sunscreen from this season was the Everyday Humans Resting Beach Face SPF 30. I really like this sunscreen because it went on completely clear, and it also had a really nice, very beautiful dewy finish all over the skin. So I was very comfortable wearing this on its own. I did not worry about having a white cast on my skin, and it really looked like a moisturizer on the skin, which I really liked. It also has an SPF of 30, which is really nice. I don't burn, so I don't feel like I have to wear a very high SPF. So SPF 30 is good for like an everyday if I'm not going to be like directly in the sun tanning or something. So yeah, this was a perfect everyday sunscreen for me this summer. I have 3 base products that I really liked this summer. First, going to start out with my full coverage one. This is the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. Aside from this product being a perfect shade match for me, I also really like the coverage of it for it being a full coverage foundation. I don't like full coverage foundations all that much anymore, and especially during the summertime, I really don't like the feeling of a full coverage heavy foundation on my skin, but this was definitely an exception. If I wanted a full coverage foundation, I was grabbing the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake. This foundation has such a nice wear, so it will look pretty much the same all day. It also has a really beautiful natural finish for it being a full coverage foundation, and it feels really lightweight on my skin even on very hot days. So I really liked this foundation. Today I am wearing it mixed with a more light coverage foundation, and that more light coverage foundation is the LA Girl Tinted Foundation in the shade Tawny. This is my other summertime favorite complexion product. This one I was wearing nearly every day this summer because of the lightweight feel to it and the perfect sort of light medium coverage that it gives. This is my favorite drugstore or like more affordable tinted moisturizer or like tinted foundation product that I've tried this season, and I've tried quite a few of them, but this one is by far the best and my favorite. I think that the finish of it is so beautiful and natural. The coverage is perfect for an everyday wear for me, and I found that the lasting power and the shade match were just perfect for me. So really love this product. I will be continuing to wear it for sure, but yeah, super glad that I discovered it this summer because it is my perfect summertime everyday complexion product. And then the other complexion product that I really liked this summer was the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint, and this has an SPF of 30. If I was going to be spending a lot of time outside, I would definitely grab the Milk Makeup Skin Tint. The fact that it has an SPF of 30 and then it also gives me a little bit of coverage, a beautiful natural finish, and it just made my skin look very fresh-faced. I was definitely gravitating towards this. Just a great skin tint with a little bit of SPF, so I really liked the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint. Moving on to some of my favorite bronzers from this summer, I have 3 of them to share. The first one is the e.l.f. Makeup Putty Bronzer, and I have the shade Bronze Belle. That's the shade that I was using pretty much all this summer. I really like the putty bronzers from e.l.f. I think that the consistency of them is really nice and unique. It's kind of a cross between a cream and a sort of mousse or like a putty. I found that it always went on very smooth, it's very blendable, and I really like the shade that it came in. So that is the Bronze Belle shade. Another bronzer that I really loved this summer was the Refi bronzer, and I have mine in the shade Tan. This bronzer I really love and enjoy. It is so creamy. It is such a beautiful color. It has a pretty full coverage to it, so it just looks really nice and intense and bronzy all over the skin. So that is Tan right next to Bronze Belle. Tan has a little bit more red throughout it, and I love a red tone bronzer. So yeah, super creamy, super pigmented, very blendable, very beautiful on the skin. Really like the Refi bronzer. And then the last bronzer that I liked this summer was the Tower 28 Bronzino bronzer in Best Coast. And that's the bronzer that I'm wearing today all over the skin. The lighting in this video is so wonky. It is 4:30 in the afternoon and very bright outside, but the direction of the sun is just like not hitting this room well right now. So those are all three of my favorite bronzers swatched out. The Bronzino from Tower 28 definitely is the warmest of the trio, but the Tower 28 bronzer is really unique because the other two bronzers have a matte finish, or like a cream matte, but then the Bronzino from Tower 28 has shimmer throughout it, and I just think that it is so beautiful, especially for summertime when you really just want your skin to glow and be bronzy. The Tower 28 Bronzinos really deliver. So yeah, these are my three favorite bronzers from the summer. I love them and I will be continuing to wear them because they are just phenomenal bronzers. I also only have three blushes to share with you guys today. So the first blush is the Tower 28 Beach Please blush in Power Hour. Before I was using the shade Golden Hour, I think that's the shade that it was, and that shade was just a little too pale in my opinion, but Power Hour is exactly the kind of blush shade that I like because I can wear it both on the lips and the cheeks. I love a cream blush that I can kind of get that duo action going, and it is just such a pretty shade on the cheeks and on the lips. So I love the Beach Please blushes from Tower 28, specifically in the shade Power Hour. It was such a good shade and I wore this a lot over the summer. The next blush is another one that I like to wear both on the lips and on the cheeks. It is the e.l.f. Putty blush in the shade Bali. So that is what Bali looks like swatched. It's a little bit more sheer than the Beach Please blush, but I love how these apply. I use the e.l.f. Putty blush brush to apply it and I adore how it looks on the skin, and I like this color also on the lips as well. I feel like because it is more of a matte formula, it will end up looking kind of like that pouty, powdery lip look, and I think that looks really cute. And I also really like that the putty blushes from e.l.f. don't really have the same shine as regular cream formulas, because on the cheeks it kind of gives that blurring effect, which, you know, when you are wearing a lot of cream products, sometimes that does highlight skin texture. So throwing in a more matte cream blush like the putty blush formula, it does kind of give a little bit of a blurring look to the skin, and that kind of makes my skin look a little bit more flawless. So I really like the e.l.f. Putty blushes, specifically in the shade Bali. I was wearing this a lot this summer. And then my last favorite blush is the blush that I'm wearing today. I feel like you can't really even see it because the lighting is so bad right now, but this is the Euphoria blush oil. They have one shade of this. It is a universal shade that is supposed to look good on everyone, and anyone that I've seen wear this blush, it definitely looks good on them. So I'm just going to swatch some and kind of give it a minute to show up a little bit. It's kind of like that pH changing blush formula, but it's super pretty. I really like the formula of it. I think that it looks beautiful by itself. It looks really good on a light coverage base. It looks really good on a full coverage base. And it's just very natural and pretty looking. This is a great blush formula if like you're not wearing any other makeup, or you want a blush for the pool, you want a blush for the beach. It just ends up looking really healthy on the skin, which I really enjoy. I forgot to talk about my one and only concealer for this product roundup. This is the Kaja Don't Settle Concealer. I do have a recent full face of Kaja on my channel, so if you are interested in the brand, go ahead and check that video out. But the Don't Settle Concealer is my favorite concealer this summer, and probably like my favorite concealer that I own currently. I really love the thin consistency of this concealer along with the true medium coverage. I think that it goes on so smoothly. It blends out like a freaking dream and it looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. I think that it looks great paired with a more full coverage or a light coverage base, or wearing it totally on its own because it is very thin. You can really kind of add just a little bit all over the face and it spreads really nicely. And you can obviously layer it up for more coverage. I just think that this is a beautiful concealer. I think that the don't settle claim of it not creasing, I don't think that a concealer exists out there that doesn't crease. However, because the formula on this is a bit more thin, I do notice that it doesn't crease as much. I get such a long wear out of this concealer, and at the end of the day, it never looks crusty or cakey under the eyes. So this is my favorite concealer. I adore it, and it definitely made it into my summertime favorites, but I'll be continuing to wear this all the time. Eyeshadows that I was wearing all summer long were my Kaja Beauty Bento eyeshadow stacks. I have one in the shade Orange Blossom, and it has these 3 very cute colors in them. And then I also have the Toasted Caramel stack, and they just look like that. Those are all these shades. Love traveling with these because they are so compact and very cute. Love all of the shades in them. I have 5 of these total, but the Orange Blossom and the Toasted Caramel are my favorite ones. If you guys are interested in seeing swatches and seeing these eyeshadows in action, definitely check out the Full Face of Kaja. But yeah, these eyeshadows are lovely. They give that beautiful, wet, shimmery, glittery look to the eyelids. At least some of the shades do. Obviously, they have ranging textures and finishes, but both the Orange Blossom and the Toasted Caramel stacks are all like shimmer, glitter topper formulas. But yeah, I just adored these all summer. They were the perfect shimmery, glittery eyeshadows to wear, and I really enjoyed them. I am all over the place, but one highlighter that I really liked this summer was the Danessa Myricks Dew Wet, and I have mine in the shade Morning Dew. I am wearing it on my skin today. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of that glow. It's a little dirty because I put like my fingers in it after touching my makeup and stuff. But this highlighter is basically clear with very fine yellow gold glitters throughout it. And I just think that it's such a unique formula. It's very beautiful. It's very reflective on the skin. And the glitter doesn't ever look chunky. It's very visible, but it doesn't ever look chunky on the skin, which I really like. And I think that's very unique about this formula because, you know, other glittery highlights can look funky. They can look very odd and not flattering on the skin, but there's something very flattering and beautiful and like subtle about the glitter that's in the Dew Wet formula from Danessa Myricks. So I really like it, and I'm excited to do my full face of Danessa Myricks. I was gonna film that today, but the looks that I create with the little color fixes that I have from Danessa Myricks usually lean a little bit more deep, and I didn't want a very dark makeup look today. But yeah, really like that highlighter from Danessa Myricks. I have 2 summertime favorite mascaras to share today. The first is the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara, which I was using very, very heavily in the beginning of the summer, and then I just started using lots of other mascaras. But the e.l.f. Big Mood still continued to be a favorite all throughout the season, and it's actually the mascara that I'm wearing today. So yeah, it just looks really good, gives great volume and length to the lashes, and I really enjoy it. Another mascara that I absolutely loved this summer and will be continuing to use it and love it is the Oma by Sharon C Batter Boom Level Up Mascara. This one is so beautiful. You don't need to work too hard to get it through your lashes and get it looking good and voluminous and lengthening. Both of these mascaras also are very easy to take off at the end of the night, which is huge for me. I hate a mascara that makes me put in a lot of work to get off at the end of the night. I hate a mascara like that. So these ones are perfect, really like them, and was using them all the summer. I have a lot of lip products, and they're all glosses, which makes sense for the summertime because I'm a big gloss girl, especially in the summertime. So I'm going to start out first with this little lip trio set that I got from Kosas this summer, and I really liked all the shades that it came with. I believe it was the Undressed little set. And the first one is Unbutton, and it's just, they're all kind of variations of nudes, and I'll swatch them all. But sort of like a pinky mauve nude. And then we have Unhooked, and this is kind of more of a true nude, a little bit of mauve. And then this one is really cute. This one's unzipped. And it's like a light baby pink nude, and this one has a lot more shimmer throughout it than the other ones do. I'm going to apply a little bit of unbuttoned. Yeah, and we love the Kosas wet lip oils. The formula is very nice and nourishing feeling, and I love the glossy finish of these. So yeah, really liked this little undressed lip gloss set from Kosas this season. This summer, I also discovered the beauty of the Kaja gloss shots. These are exactly what I wish the Tower 28 glosses were, but I really dislike the Tower 28 lip glosses. The Kaja gloss shots are much better and exactly what I look for in a lip gloss. They are not super sticky, they're also quite thick. This one is in the shade Honey Drizzle, and I was before using one in the shade Pink Drink, but I lost it. I don't know where it went, and I'm really upset that I don't have it. But Honey Drizzle is still really beautiful. That is what Honey Drizzle looks like. Another lip gloss that I really liked this summer is from Euphoria. This one is called Play with Fire. And this one is really pretty. It's very beautiful worn on its own as well. And it has little bits of shimmer throughout it. So that is Play with Fire. Really liked this gloss. I also really liked the Milk Makeup Electric Glossy Lip Plumper in the shade Buzzed. This formula is really unique. It's kind of more of like a thinner lip gloss, and it has a little bit of plumping action to it. So I wore this pretty often this summer, and I really enjoyed the formula and the shade. And again, that's Buzzed. I tried 5 glosses from the In Beauty Project line, but the 2 that were really stand out to me were the lip oil in Frosé and then the lip oil in Glazed Donut. I just really liked these formulas better than the kind of, I don't know how you would call it because it's not clear because it has color to it, kind of more like the jelly ones where they're like red or berry shade but like with no shimmer. I didn't really like those formulas as much, but I found that the ones that had shimmer throughout them were really pretty, very comfortable. So that one is Glazed Donut. It has beautiful shine, and then that one is Frosé. So both really cute. One thing that I loved about these lip oils was the giant applicator on them. The applicator is so huge, but it's very comfortable and it just covers the surface of your lips very nicely, and yeah, really impressed with the lip applicator. And then my last lip gloss favorite was from Makeup by Mario, their Pro Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Golden Nude. This might have been a limited edition shade, but this one is super nice. It's like a true nude and it has golden shimmers throughout it. It's so pretty. And yeah, I just really like this formula. It's a great lip gloss formula and I wore it a lot. Not so much you can say about a lip gloss when you've just talked about 8 of them, you know? And then lastly, a makeup setting spray that I really liked this summer season was the Coola Makeup Setting Sunscreen Spray that has an SPF of 30. I found that this makeup setting spray compared to other makeup setting sunscreen sprays or just face sunscreen sprays in general was so much nicer. It truly felt like it was going to like lock my makeup in, which I really liked. It did not have that oily, greasy, dewy finish to the skin like other sunscreen sprays do. It feels very matte, and I don't want to say drying in a bad way, but it definitely felt like it was like, I don't want to say drying out my face. It just did not feel greasy on the skin. It really felt like it was going to lock my makeup in, and I didn't ever find that it made my makeup slip around. I don't really know how much it contributed to the longevity of my makeup, just because my makeup in general usually lasts me, you know, the amount of time that I need it to last. But I was using this spray all summer because obviously the SPF 30. The spray also is very refreshing. It's very cooling on the skin. So we really liked that. And yeah, this was just a great makeup sunscreen product that I'm really happy that I added into my collection. I also recently got a makeup spray from Kate Somerville, and it's an SPF of 50. So yeah, the summertime is over, but we do wear sunscreen year round. So yeah, hopefully I like that one, and maybe I will use it a ton next summer. So yeah, that completes the roundup of all of my favorite makeup products from this summer. All of these products I really enjoyed this summer, and I can see myself continuing to enjoy throughout the rest of the year and probably next summer too. This collection of products was also probably like my favorite collection of summertime products that I have tried in a really long time, and summertime makeup is always my favorite. It is always feeling so true to my element on like exactly what I like in a makeup look. Very bronzy, very glowy, very dewy, very natural, pinky brown nude lips, glossy eyelid. We like all that kind of stuff, and that is like the embodiment of summertime makeup. So yeah, summertime is my favorite time for makeup and trying new makeup and really putting makeup to the test also, because it's very hot outside. So all of that is great. I think summertime is a great time of year for cosmetics. And yeah, it's my favorite time of the year in general. I'm sad that it's coming to an end. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I would love to know what your favorite makeup products were this summer. Please leave those product recommendations down below. I would love to check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already seen the makeup tutorial on this look, it will be linked in the description or probably somewhere on the screen right here, so definitely go ahead and check that out. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.